Hello and welcome. This video is going to provide you with a very basic warm-up routine that you as goalkeepers can use before training and matches. The purpose of a warm-up is to obviously prepare your brain and your body for the upcoming events. If you don't warm up, you'll have a greater chance of getting injured or not playing as well as possible. The basics for a goalkeeping warm-up is to keep the actions short and sharp, like you would do with anything in training. Any action lasting more than 5 seconds can become very tiring, so it's very important that once you've done the action, you just enjoy the save, relax, get the breathers in, and then go on to the next action. Now for me, once you get past the dynamic stretch, you can then do any part of the technical warm-up that you see fit, that you want to do, but the principles remain the same, so keep it short, sharp and intense, and then also just an emphasis for match quality. As you can see here, I'm starting off with a dynamic stretch, which basically just means moving or stretching. This is very good and helps us loosen up while slowly getting our heart rates up. This is followed off by a short static stretch. As you can see, I'm just sat down not moving. Okay, you can do a few of these. I'd suggest holding them up to 10 seconds. Now, whilst you're doing these stretches, what is also really good to do is start thinking about your positive goalkeeping actions. So not only are we warming up our bodies, but you're warming up your brains as well. So you're thinking positive thoughts, you're thinking about positive actions, okay, things that you can control during the game. So positive starting positions, aggressive hand shapes, or attacking the ball. Thinking about these things during the warm-up will help us translate and take these into the games. So once this is done, we then go into the technical part of our warm-up. Okay, so what I'd normally do is I'd start off with some short passes just to get my feet warmed up as well, because after all, we're footballers first now as the modern day goalkeeper. Okay, the next bit after this is the volleys and the scoops, which is very simple catching exercises. Again, we are slowly building up in intensity. The focus here is the quality of the catches over the speed of repetitions. Okay, as you can see here, I'm nice and relaxed. I'll take the volley. There's no rush to then go on to the next one. Okay, my feet are lively as well, like they would be in a game.
So next bit, a bit closer. Idea is, you might have seen it.
So for the scoops, maybe have the server about 6 yards away. All they have to do is pass the ball between the goalkeeper's legs, not trying to score. Okay, and all the goalkeeper is doing is going down, stopping the ball with the correct hand shapes, and then before coming back up. The whole purpose of this is just to warm up the hamstrings, the hips, the lower back, and then again just to focus on our goalkeeping hand shapes.
Right, another 8 volleys. Same again. Right, so trying to get wider. Angle, some might say. Yeah, go on.
So once those first bits of the exercise are done, this is now breaking into my normal goalkeeping routine. So once I'm nice and limber, okay, I then get my server to go maybe 12 to 18 yards back and start having some gentle strikes towards the goal, in and around the goalkeeper's frame. They're not trying to shoot to score just yet, but they are looking to get it in and around my body in order to test me. They are varying their service as well, so as you can see, they're striking off the deck, out their hands for a volley, and also with half volleys. You can also have the server change their angle slightly, so the goalkeeper's then forced to then start changing their position, like they would do in a game. Again, the simplicity is key here. All I'm looking at for the goalkeeper is just to get warmed up, focus on their catching, focus on tracking the flow of the ball, and then making sure the quality of their hand shapes is good as well.
boy.
Nice one.
Now that I'm starting to get fully warmed up, the striker then moves around the edge of the box. So for me as a full-size goalkeeper playing on a full-size pitch, it's around about the edge of the box. They're now trying to shoot to score, again varying their types of service, so half volleys, strikes off the deck, etc. And also again slightly varying their position as well, so it's forcing me to get my angles correct.
Down. Done the same thing last night. Tuesday. Warmed up now.
Huh?
I'm warmed up now.
So once the shooting's done, we then start to go on to some crosses. Okay, again varying the position, so they can come from deep, they can come from quite shallow crossing positions, and also if your server is struggling to kick the ball properly from a wide area on the pitch, they can also just throw the ball in the air. All I'm really looking at here for me as the goalkeeper is to focus on my timing, so I'm going up, jumping up and attacking the ball at the perfect height rather than letting it come down or going too early and it going over me, as you'll see in a minute.
One more good one. Way.
Almost.
Timed it perfectly. Got one more. Ah!
So then lastly, I then go on to my kicking. We start to open it up in terms of range. Not going up to the halfway line. I'd say if you're playing within your own half, maybe 3/4 of your half, and then I'm kicking from inside my box, just in front of my goal. All I'm really looking at here is accuracy. I'm not trying to kick the ball as far as possible. Again, accuracy over anything. I'd rather play the ball accurately within my own half rather than smashing it to the other end of the pitch and just giving possession away. I'm also here practicing using my weaker foot as well, if you can. So again, a game day might happen, or in a game scenario it might happen where the ball just comes to your weaker foot and you have to use it. And then once I start then putting the ball in my hands, again, focusing on accuracy above all else, the timing of when to strike the ball, and then I can hit my target player. As you can see, I'm trying a few side volleys and then go into a few half volleys. You might also try and use a few drop kicks. And again, it all comes down to the conditions you're playing in as well.